Good day, and here we are once again with yet another vlog. And we all know what's coming out next week, don't we? Mass Effect 3. Now, I already mentioned in one of my Let's Plays how my Xbox hard drive died, and so I gotta play through Mass Effect 1 and 2 again before I can even get to 3. But that leads into what I'm going to be doing in May. I'm going to finally be doing Bioware month, where I'm going to be reviewing four Bioware games. KOTOR 1, Dragon Age 1, Mass Effect 1, and finally Baldur's Gate. Now, I've not actually played Baldur's Gate yet. I have both the first game and the second game. I found it really cheap. And I have tried mind you, to get some of the mods to work. I've tried to get the 2.2 mod. It's, from what I've seen, it's supposed to basically take Baldur's Gate 1 and use the engine from Baldur's Gate 2. But I can't get it to work, and I eventually just sort of forgot about it and just sort of put it off for later. But if anybody wants to send me a personal message telling me how to actually get it to work, then I would be very grateful, because I would like to eventually play through the game. Now, for the rest of this month, I'm probably not going to be doing any reviews. I may do one game review. In fact, for most of April, I may only be doing one game review that month as well. That's mainly because for this month, I'm focusing on Mass Effect. I'm almost through with Mass Effect 1, but I still have all of Mass Effect 2 to go through. And yes, I'm going to do all the mining. Because really, the way to get the good ending from Mass Effect 2 is you upgrade your ship, and that requires you to mine every bloody planet. Ugh. I'm not looking forward to that mining. So yeah, I'm not really going to be focused on reviews. However, both the rest of this month and next month I'm still going to be doing Let's Plays. Since I have longer times on YouTube, I'm really just going to be putting out two episodes each week. Each about 20-30 minutes long. When I finish with the Predator campaign, I'm going to go through the Alien campaign until the point where I bog down. There is one level that I remember distinctly where I could never figure out where to go. So when I reach that point, I'm going to rejuvenate Turok and continue doing that. I actually have an episode on my hard drive right now that I have not uploaded yet, and I'm not going to because basically in that episode I find no keys and it's an entirely pointless episode. So yeah, the next episode that you see, I will find both of the keys in that episode that I need for the next world, essentially. Now let's see, I actually wrote all this down for once so I don't forget something. Alright, the two game reviews that may be made. I'm thinking about possibly doing Assassin's Creed this month. Got the PC version of that. Because as we all know, I hate recording anything off of a console. I really want to look at Assassin's Creed because it's a game series that I rather like. And I would like to go back to Assassin's Creed 1 and talk about some of the things that Assassin's Creed 1 kind of got wrong. But then Assassin's Creed 1 was the first in the series, so they really hadn't had time to really refine the various elements in the game. Oh yeah, I saw the latest box art for Assassin's Creed 3. Damn, that looks good, assuming it's real, which it might not be. But yeah, Assassin's Creed 1, I haven't actually played it that much on the PC. The controls aren't very good, and I'm actually trying to just use it on with my PC controller. Try being the operative word. The other game I'm thinking about reviewing is Dark Void. I haven't actually played it yet, but it sounds like it might actually be pretty good. I know that it's supposed to have a very abrupt ending, but still it sounds like it's not going to be that bad. I may do that. It's also the PC version. I don't really... If ever I'm going to review a game, it's just going to be the PC version. And the PC version for that game was actually pretty cheap, so there's that. But I may end up not doing either one of them, or I may just pick a different game altogether. I'm not really sure yet. But those are the two potential reviews that may take place. Let's see, what else do I have to waffle about? Alright, Mizio is actually going to be doing a Tree of Life review. Apparently she really disliked it, and I can see why just from the trailer. I'm going to have a cameo in that, so you might want to check that out as well. Also, there may be within, well, probably not the next 2 months, but there is going to be an Alien review. It's going to be another collab with Mizio, since she really likes both Alien and Aliens, surprisingly enough. So that's good. Let's see, anything else? I know there's a whole bunch I have to discuss here. Bogged down. Oh, and one behind-the-scenes thing that I mentioned in the behind-the-scenes videos, I always have the script or bullets on my laptop. My eyesight's really bad. Mention, yeah. Right, there we go. I mentioned this also in one of the Let's Plays. I'm mentioning some stuff that I've mentioned in Let's Plays, but if you don't watch my Let's Plays, or if you're just not really paying attention to what I'm saying, or something like that, this vlog is here for you to actually know what's going on. But all that being said, there is going to be an AVP Month 3. That's going to be in June, I want to say. It's whatever month Prometheus is coming out. It's being done to coincide with that movie. It's going to be 4 things. There's going to be Aliens vs. Predator Extinction, because I was able to get that to work with the PlayStation 2 emulator, which is really good. It goes full frames. The video quality is really good, and there's no slowdown. That's really good, because I would hate to have had to have done that with the actual PS2, because I hate recording anything off of that. The audio never sounds right, or it goes mono for some reason. I don't know why, but I hate recording anything off the PS2. Let's see, after AVP Extinction, there's going to be AVP 3. One thing that's kind of annoying about AVP 3 is it's really cheap now. I got it for $10 for the PC. I bought it brand new the day it came out, and it was $60. A pretty big waste, to say the least. And finally, for the book/comic, I'm going to do AVP War. I'm probably going to do sort of a hybrid kind of review like I did for AVP Prey, where I'm going to talk about the comic and the book pretty much interchangeably, because it's pretty much the same. The book is the novelization of the comic. So basically the comic is the same as the book, just with pictures. And then finally, I am going to be reviewing Aliens vs. Predator, the movie. Also, maybe that month I might try to put in that Alien review, since it's kind of fitting with the Prometheus thing. I'm also with Prometheus. I'm going to try to go see it opening day, and then put up a vlog like I did with Predators, although hopefully I will do better than I did with that Predators vlog review. Mainly because that Predators vlog review, for those who have seen it, it wasn't very good, but then again, that was the very first sort of stream of consciousness review that I had done in that style, really. So yeah, there is that. And then finally, one last thing to note. In July, I am thinking about doing it's not a Warhammer month. Instead, it's going to be Fantasy Month. I don't even think you can really call it a month, because there's no Warhammer game that I really want to play. Warhammer Age of Reckoning, I really don't want to play that, because I don't like MMOs. I have played Old Republic, and I can tell you this. I was expecting it to be really good. I was expecting to love it. I was expecting to think that the 3-month subscription that I had would be too short. Here's the problem. For me, an MMO is so boring. It's just so repetitive. It's just so grindy. I didn't enjoy it. Simple as that. I've already canceled the subscription weeks ago. I don't even play it. I'm going to keep the game on my computer for now. But as soon as that subscription ends, it's gone, because it just wasn't fun. Simple as that. And if Bioware and Star Wars can't make an MMO fun, I'm sorry to say, Warhammer and whoever made that MMO don't stand a chance. But anyway, in that month, I'm going to be reviewing the Gotrek and Felix novels, but what I decided to do, and it was actually Mizia who gave me the idea, is that I should do a retrospective on the books, instead of just reviews on each individual one. And so that's really what I'm going to do. I'm just going to divide it into 3 parts, where I review, like, just do a retrospective on, like, the first book, the second book, and the third book. Well, I say the first book, second book, and third book. It's the first omnibus, the second omnibus, and the third omnibus. But the only problem with that is I'm going to have to find some way to fit in the other 3 books that aren't collected into an omnibus. So I got to figure out a way to do that. But coinciding with that is going to be the Skyrim review. I'm probably going to have some cameos and possibly a collaboration on one of the Gotrek and Felix retrospectives with somebody that is not Mizio or Timpedia. I'm thinking that in Skyrim, me and Timpedia may collaborate on that. I'm not sure at this time. Mainly, Timpedia was a huge fan of Oblivion, as I am, but he didn't like Skyrim as much as he did Oblivion. He had a lot of the same well, I should say I had a lot of the same complaints as he did, since he technically voiced them first. But the big problem with Skyrim is the world wasn't as bright, it wasn't as vibrant, it wasn't as fantastical as Oblivion. It was just really kind of drab and kind of dreary in many respects. The plot was... I don't think the plot was as good, honestly, as Oblivion's was, because in Oblivion, you basically were just some random guy trying to save the world from an evil god, whereas in Skyrim, you're the Dovahkiin, and you gotta save it from an evil dragon. I mean, evil god, evil dragon. I guess you could consider Alduin kind of an evil dragon god hybrid thing, but I don't know if it's on the same scale as Oblivion was. Although I will say, that dragon that you talked to, I can't remember his name. Is it Tantarax? Tranarax? Something like that? I think it started with a T. That was a pretty cool thing. I mean, talking to a dragon, that's pretty awesome, I will admit. And also, I really like the ebony armor, that full closed helmet. I thought that looked really awesome too. And I did like the crafting and all of that. But still, I did not like it as much as I did Oblivion, honestly. And so, I think that's it. Pretty much, you now know what I know. And if I missed something, well, I'll mention it in a Let's Play and nobody will care. Oh wait! I just remembered. Talking about a Let's Play. I knew I'd forget something, even though it's written down right there. I can't see that far. But anyway, I'm thinking I may do a Mass Effect Let's Play, if you guys actually want me to do one. Because I remember how bad Dragon Age turned out. So I'm thinking I may make a special video at some point in the future talking about potential Mass Effect Let's Play. Comment if you want it. And I think if I get a certain number of comments on that video, then I may do it, because I got a PC version of that too. And that's really cheap. The PC version of Mass Effect 1 and 2, those things are just dirt cheap. And my computer can run Mass Effect 1 better than it does Dragon Age 1. Because see, Dragon Age 1, I can run it pretty much on all high, with a little bit of anti-aliasing at 1080p, but immediately as I try to record that, the frame rate goes way down, whereas with Mass Effect, it doesn't use as advanced of a graphics engine, and I can actually record it on fairly high levels of graphics, and the frame rate doesn't really chug at all. So that's good. So if anybody wants a Let's Play of that, I would like to do it, because I really like Mass Effect. I'd probably do it like I was going to do the Dragon Age Let's Play before I had to cancel it, where I just show the highlights of everything. That way you don't have to see me grind, because what I'm doing in Mass Effect right now as I'm playing it, I'm basically just doing every single quest. And I know that some people are going to comment on my earlier Old Republic rant of it being boring and saying, well, you like to grind in Mass Effect. Well, it's different. I don't know why it's different, though. But it is. It is legitimately different. I can't really get across how it's different, but believe me, it is. Just believe me. But in any event, this is General Lots, finally, at long last, signing off.